living, or you would live in your future. Anybody think would you live in your future? Well, guess what? You are. You're here, and this was once your future. And here I stand in front of you, and 68 years old was really a long way off. And here I am today standing right in it. And guess what? Never felt better, never felt younger, never felt more alive. And why do you suppose that is? Because that's how I see it. That's what I believe. When I was 58 years old, 10 years ago, and I started my Arbonne business, people would say to me, how can you do that at your age? Duh, you know, what do you mean? I don't believe in age, so it doesn't apply to me. And you can't believe in that. This is the only business I've heard of that doesn't have a shelf life. Nobody's got an expiration date on your head. You can be, do, and have anything you want starting right now. Right now, because I will tell you, you're going to be living in your future again tomorrow, and right this minute, and right this second. So get a handle on it and embrace it and figure out who you want to be when you grow up and what you want your life to look like and how you want to make a difference, because this is it. This is it. So because of Arbonne, I was able to leave I've lived a life where you heard all the things I've done. Those are things I've done. That's not who I am. And people have always said, well, gee, she's married to a really famous person. They have a lot of money and a lot of stuff. Yeah, I did. Did it make me happy? No. It was fine for a while. It was wonderful. And then it would be something else and something else because of living in that orange box. But the truth is, I was able to leave a 29-year marriage without taking one penny because of Arbonne. Thank you. I'm proud of that. Because I get to be a role model. Me, little old songwriter Sue, gets to be a role model without somebody else's light shining on me. I get to be me. Thank you. I got lost. Nobody saw me. They were always looking at that. So here's me, warts and all, and I love it. Thank you. And I know who said that. Chris, I love you. I love everybody in this room. I could stand here forever, even though my shoes hurt. So I get to live a lifestyle that enables me to go where I want, when I want, with whom I want, how I want, anything. Because I choose it. Because I'm not looking for somebody else to save me, do it, fix it, and I'll get into that in a second. But you saw the call, the reenactment of the call that Caroline and I, had when I called her. And I had only met her once in person. It was all over the phone. We had never met, but you know how you get a sense of someone? That's what happened to my relationship with Caroline. So I was prospected by Aldice Loreno, who was my real estate agent. And when she came to my house after selling a house for me, she said, I want to do this with you. All the things that she said about Arbonne. I said, I'd rather die than do that. Fast forward 9 months, she drives up in the white Mercedes Benz, and I went, oh my God, she did it without me? Me? And she said, I still want to do this with you. And I said, never. Well, never. Don't ask me again. Give me the catalog. I'll buy a lipstick because I want to be a good friend. And I didn't realize that I stabbed her in the heart the way I blew her off all those times until it happened to me, and still happens to me on a regular basis. So no doesn't mean you're going to die. Nobody has ever died doing Arbonne. It's just not fun when they say no, and then you feel sorry for them because they just have no vision. So... It's true. You can't care what people think about you guys. They're not there when you're born, and they're not there when you die. So don't give up your power to anybody. So way back in those years, we didn't have Facebook. We didn't have Powwow Now. We didn't have Zoom, we didn't have Skype, we didn't have anything. We had an airplane. And I had to get on that plane and come here to do this. But I have to tell you the second half of the story of the call with Caroline, because it's brilliant. We talk. She says, oh, I can't do this, and my daughter's wedding. And that's what everybody sounded like to me every time I came over here, and now I kind of speak the language. So I get a call from Caroline. It's late at night, and I know if it's late where I am, and I was in upstate New York, it's got to be really late in Glasgow. Well, now I know, having known them both so well, they never sleep in that house. They're always up, and they just, I don't know how they do it. Anyway, I get this call. She says, you won't believe what happened. She said, I went to the airport. I went to the airport to pick up a pastor who's been a family friend since the 80s. I pick him up, he gets in the car, and guess what the first thing is he does? He hands me a copy of Success from Home with Amy Weilert on the cover, and a copy of his wife's Ion Arbon. She was a regional vice president. And I'm going to tell you something. If I hadn't called Caroline first, and I hadn't told her about this first, I would bet my life that none of us would be in this room today. And it's got nothing to do with the magic and woo-woo and all that stuff. It's truly because before all that Facebook and all the stuff we have now, I came over here, I got on a plane, I had no guarantee this was going to happen. I was willing to take the risk to get in that orange box and go, I have to open my mouth about this because I see it. I have a vision, I believe, and I don't know why, but I just know it. And everybody can think I'm crazy. They don't have a crystal ball for my life. They don't have one for yours. They don't have one. Nobody's got a crystal ball. So why be worried about what they think? And I wasn't. And I got on that plane, and then, are my pictures, oh, can I have the pictures that I gave you guys up here? Because you need to see this. It's much better than my face. I got on the plane. Caroline and Emma Sangster met me at the airport in a little Volkswagen Beetlebug car, and all my luggage and the rest of us had to fit in that car. And then they drove me straight to a meeting with some people. I was so jet lagged, I literally was standing there, my eyes were shutting and my mouth, and I didn't even know what I was saying because I was a brand new consultant. The next morning, I find myself in a cow patch with a Highland cow and a comb, combing a Highland cow so that we could take a picture to let everybody know Arbon didn't test on animals. And guess what, guys? That's all we knew. That was it. So you've been sitting here hearing all this stuff, thinking you've got to know everything, and I'm here to tell you that no, you don't.